Well, most of us have noticed just how difficult it is to get in to see your doctor these days. It can take so long. Well, it's even worse for people living with disabilities, especially those in a wheelchair. Here's what we learn from patients and from doctors.
They don't treat you with empathy or understanding. So that, of course, will make anybody sad, I guess. It will make anybody feel hurt.
Each and every day, Charnel Lane struggles with disabilities, from mobility challenges to heart issues. But one of the toughest things she faces is finding doctors who know how to treat patients with disabilities, or even want to.
Sometimes the things that they say and the way that they treat you makes you feel subhuman.
Lane says she is not alone and knows many other people with disabilities who feel the healthcare system and doctors have let them down.
People with disabilities are facing discrimination when they're trying to make appointments with doctors.
Dr. Tara Legou has been studying this problem for several years and in several studies, and says it's just a fact.
Nobody goes to medical school because they want to discriminate against vulnerable patients. I remember how hard the system is to work in and how time-pressed doctors are. The healthcare system is broken. For people with disabilities, it is the most extreme example.
Legou first saw it back in 2012 while trying to help a patient who used a wheelchair. She badly needed to see a urologist but couldn't get an appointment.
I said, that doesn't make sense. There's a law called the ADA. Doctors are required to see patients who have disabilities. So let me make some calls after trying to call urologists all over the state. And I found out that it was true. I could not find this kind of doctor who would see a patient who used a wheelchair.
The more she dug, the more examples she found, including doctors who outright refused to see those patients at all. And she needed to know why. Her team held video focus groups asking doctors across the country what they do when people with disabilities want to see them.
One started with something like, I've thought about this a lot. I just say, I'm no longer taking new patients. And then another person interrupted and said, no, 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 no. You can't say that. You have to say, I don't take your insurance. And then another person interrupted and said, no, no, no. What you need to say is, you need specialized care, and I am not the doctor for you.
She says what she heard stunned her, and Lane shared more of what she faces.
Sometimes I can't get in exam rooms, so I get told a lot, can you park your chair outside? I have to tell them, no, I can't walk from the hallway to the exam room.
And once she manages to get in the room,
usually it's no one there to help you on the exam table. They're like, okay, we need you to get on the exam table, and they're gone.
And she says something as basic as going to the bathroom in a medical building can be a nightmare.
This is dehumanizing. There have been times where I go to the bathroom, I can't fit my chair in the stall, so my chair is sitting in the doorway. The doorway is wide open, and I have to go to the bathroom.
Lane says it's got to change.
Everyone deserves the right to good health care. Everyone deserves the right to humane health care.
They absolutely do. Dr. Legou also says many doctors are encouraged by insurance companies to keep visits short and see as many patients as possible in a day. She says that's another problem because people with disabilities often need more time than that. So Ryan, tonight at 10, we're going to further this story, look at some facilities in our area that have done a better job of accommodating those and treating those with disabilities.
But kudos to you and the crew for giving those folks a voice and airing and putting a spotlight on this very needed situation.
Yeah, very, very important. We got to talk about it.
Absolutely.